Yo, thank you so much.
Okay, so I'm going to go and stand outside when you're ready. You can
Okay,
just
lekker.
let me know.
Well, always ready. I mean, if Dean's not here, then the seat's yours.
Okay.
You just come and
I'll
join.
wait until he gets here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I
Okay.
don't know if because he's always plotting along, so he might actually not even pitch up.
No, that's cool. Quite a short program.
Pardon?
It's quite a short program.
It is, very,
Short.
and we don't have the opening.
Yeah, so it's going to be over very quick. At least they're swimming down a little bit more, so that's fine.
At least they're swimming.
Down more. So for all the hundreds, they're swimming the 2
Oh,
laps, so
yes,
that
yeah.
does take a little bit more time. So
Is that essential? That swim down.
look,
What's
the,
official? Warm down.
warm down, well, swim down. I would say swim down. A lot of guys call it warm down, but I mean, you're swimming down after event. You warm down during a training season. That's the way I look at it. But the quicker you can do that, the quicker you can drop your lactate in your blood. So
Olympic and Paralympic dreams on the line here in Quebec, formerly known as Port Elizabeth. It is day 2 of the SA Swimming Champs taking place right here at Newton Park Swimming Pool. And as we see the officials on the side of the pool being greeted by the competitors, a very important job that the officials have here. Of course, everything is according to time, and it's down to hundredths of a second. Of course, they've got computers doing a lot of the work, but the officials making sure that the competitors stick to the rules, stick to their lanes, don't jump too early. Host of rules that they have to follow as we prepare for event number 1 of the finals this evening on this beautiful Thursday night. And the first event of the evening, it is the finals, the B final of the women's 100 freestyle. Carla Meekler, Emma Frank, Taylor Lovemore, Kate DeLange, Caitlin DeLange, Veronique Rousseau, Bianca Opperman, Kate Meyer, and Emma Kuhn. It's a big one. One of the marquee events, certainly 100-meter freestyle. There we have the lineup from all across South Africa. A lot of Gauteng swimmers there, some from KZN. A local swimmer in Kate Meyer. She did very well earlier today, in fact. There'll be a lot of support for her. And support from swimmers. Unfortunately, no fans allowed due to COVID regulations, but that has not taken away from the event whatsoever. Exciting times ahead. The event's scheduled to get underway at 6 o'clock, and we're about to hit that mark exactly. So very well prepared as the first event of the night takes place. And they're away. Good start from Taylor Lovemore as well as Caitlin DeLange. 2 lengths of the pool in this 100-meter B freestyle final. Off they go. You can see the white water there from the swimmers in the distance. And away they go. Nothing to choose between the front 3 in lanes 3, 4, and 5. Lovemore, DeLange, and Rousseau at the turn. And I think DeLange got there first. In fact, it was, yes, it was Veronique Rousseau just ahead of DeLange, followed by Taylor Lovemore at the turn. So around 25 meters to go and pulling away. Over in lane 3, terrific effort from Taylor Lovemore so far. Caitlin DeLange looking good. But yeah, in lane 6, look at this go. It is Veronique Rousseau who gets there first. Bianca Opperman out of nowhere coming through ahead of Veronique Rousseau, and Caitlin DeLange finishes off the top 3. A terrific effort all round. And look at that, AGCs for the top 3. Wow. Took swimmers dominating matters in that. Bianca Opperman, Veronique Rousseau, and Caitlin DeLange. Jeez, that was impressive. Tshwane swimmers looking very, very good, and Bianca Opperman coming from behind to take the win. That was sensational. 57.45 her time. She'll be ecstatic with that performance. And that wraps up the very first event of the evening. So that was the B final of the women's 100 freestyle. The swimmers undergo their swim down in the main pool. That is 2 lengths of the pool that they're going to do their swim up, or swim down rather. Confirmation of the results. Bianca Opperman with the fastest time there in lane 6, 57.45. Caitlin DeLange in lane 4 was 3rd. Veronique Rousseau, 2nd quickest over in lane 5, 57.79. Remember, the numbers from on the left-hand column, those are the lanes. So don't look at that in terms of positions. Look at those times on the right-hand side. And the person with the fastest from Tshwane, Bianca Opperman. Congratulations to her. What a way to kick things off here in Quebec. Day 2 of the SA Swimming Championships. The trials for the Olympics and Paralympics. We're joined by Theo Verster, in a short while. Head coach of the Paralympic swimming team for South Africa, and an absolute fountain of knowledge when it comes to the sport. Also a terrific swim in his own right back in the day. So this is what you can see, what is taking place in this, the National Aquatic Championships taking place in Dupreeh. We've just seen the B final of the women's 100 freestyle, A final about to take place, and we've got the men competing in the same event. We move over to some Paralympic events. 100-meter backstroke for men's, S14, 15. We carry on with the butterflies, followed by a couple of more Paralympic events. And here the swimmers take to the starting blocks for the A final of the women's 100 freestyle. Watch out for the two Nels, Olivia and Georgia competing. Hannah Robinson, Erin Gallagher, Amy Kenny, Emma Chelius, Rebecca Meader, Inga Vitamin. Great lineup. Plenty of eyes were on Erin Gallagher this morning, but it was Emma Chelius. Kind of tore up the form book, the terrific swim. The swimmers ready themselves for the second event of the evening. The women's 100 free A final. Just waiting for a scoreboard correction. All the lineups are intact and all the names are on the board before they can get things underway. So I'm just relaxing a little bit. Welcome to everyone following the feed. So just waiting once again for that scoreboard to correct itself. It's be disappointing for the ladies. You can see how amped they are to get in the water and begin their race. Eagerly awaited one, as mentioned earlier, very much a marquee race when it comes to swimming the world over, the 100-meter freestyle. Of course, you can forget South Africa's awesome foursome winning the 4x100 freestyle back in Athens, 2004. Breaking the world record in the process ahead of the Aussies and the Americans. Of course, I mentioned that awesome foursome. Who can forget? Team of Roland Skuman, Lyndon Ferns, Darian Townsend, and Rake Nietling. The wait continues as the officials come through to make sure that everything is still okay. So have a look once more at what you can expect to see. 100 freestyle, women followed by the men. S14, 15, backstroke 100 meters. We've got S1, S13. Also backstroke women competing. Women's butterfly, men's butterfly. The wait continues, and I mentioned him a little earlier. Theo Verster. Theo, great to have you back. How are you doing?
Very well, thanks. Thanks for having me.
No, absolute pleasure. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a wait here as we wait for the scoreboard to correct itself. Hopefully that does fix itself. But yeah, it's an exciting night ahead. Of course, you are the head coach of the Paralympic team for swimming in South Africa. Of course, you'll be having your eyes on a number of events. Which one excites you the most? Like
well,
picking your favorite child.
We're looking at quite a few. We had 6 South African records, and so I think we're going to be looking out for all of those, from Christian Sadi to Kat, and I think that's going to be awesome races to watch.
Oh man, well, as you spoke about that, we heard celebrations coming through. The good news is that the race will commence. The scoreboard has corrected itself, and the swimmers are lining up to compete in this, the A final of the women's 100. Hannah Robertson, Erin Gallagher, Olivia Null, Amy Kenny, Emma Chelius, Rebecca Meader, Inga Weideman, and Georgia Null. It's going to be a big one, folks. Do not go anywhere. And in they go. Kenny very quickly in the water, as was Chelius. The fight begins. Chelius opening up a fairly quick lead. Caught up quickly, though. Powerful strokes in the whitewash. Swimmers making their way to the first turn. Remember, 2 lengths of the pool, and away they go. In lane 5, Chelius looking very strong. Also Gallagher over in lane 2. In fact, Gallagher could have edged ahead. Oh, geez, there's nothing to choose between them. Erin Gallagher with the lead, just ahead of Emma Chelius, and Kenny rounding off the first 3. Look at Erin Gallagher go over in lane 2. She's looking very, very strong. Watch out for that tattoo on the sole of her foot that I spoke about a little earlier. You'll need eagle eyes to spot them, but as far as racing is concerned, Erin Gallagher looking very strong. Meanwhile, in lane 5, it's Rebecca Meader going along very nicely. Gallagher, Meader, we've got Kenny as well. Will it be Meader or Gallagher? Who gets there first? I think Erin Gallagher gets the victory, 54.89, terrific effort. 54.89 for Erin Gallagher with the victory ahead of Amy Kenny. Emma Chelius rounding off the 3, and that Olympic qualifying time in the women's event, 54.38, so just outside of that for Erin Gallagher. However, she does get an Olympic standard time, though, were she to get through in terms of, I think it's a relay position, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so, that is correct. Being very close, 0.02, dividing those two is amazing to watch.
Wow, jeez, and I mean, we all know what Erin Gallagher is capable of. Fairly slowish swim this morning, but swimming out in lane 2, always great to see a burner come through.
Absolutely, and Emma definitely came through really strong at the end there, so amazing swim. And we've got Hannah Robertson on the outside, also a youngster coming through, swimming a great time tonight.
Confirmation of those results again. Don't look at the numbers on the left. That just signifies the lanes that they were swimming in. It's the numbers on the right that are the most important. And swimming from KZN, Erin Gallagher grabbing the win, 54.89. And in second position, Amy Kenny, 54.91. And Emma Chelius rounding off the top 3 from KZN, 55.04. So yeah, very, very good effort from all concerned. And that wraps up the 100-meter women's freestyle for this event. Jeez, man. And I know I was explaining to the viewers a little earlier, and we did touch on it earlier this morning, but a lot of people asking why they're still in the pool.
They're having a quick swim down before they get into the smaller pool. Obviously, the program is very short tonight, so some of these guys are swimming more than one race, and it just gives them opportunity to swim down as quickly as possible so that they can get to the next race.
Oh, well, there we have it. Short and succinct. So great victory for Erin Gallagher. I know we spoke about it earlier this morning. If you missed it, we're speaking about the tattoo on the sole of her foot. Eyes on the fries. And no, that was, you did not yet mishear me. Eyes on the fries, and it's a devotion to addiction, she likes to call it, to McDonald's fries.
Very nice.
Apparently she used to eat McDonald's fries before every race. I don't know if she managed to get hold of some this time around, although it would have been tough because the protocols are so strict here because of COVID. I mean, we literally go from the hotel to the swimming pool.
Correct, so she would have had to order out for delivery, so...
Not a bad idea, actually, for this evening. Wouldn't mind some McDonald's fries.
Well, if she was Terence Parkin, he would have had a few burgers before his main race. So
Is that his big thing?
That was the thing in 2000, so Graham would definitely be able to tell you more about that. So, but he had a few on his way to his final for the 200 breaststroke.
Because I wondered about that when I was told about the story from Corinne, a great journalist who's covering this event. And I wondered because obviously McDonald's sponsor the Olympic Village. And
used to, yeah.
Okay, used to. And you get the food everywhere. And I wondered if it was eyes on the fries and that she wouldn't eat throughout until she finished her race and then she could enjoy the McDonald's afterwards.
I'm sure that is what it means. So, but we'll definitely be able to tell also for the true meaning of it. But I'm sure it's something like that.
Now we move over to the men's 100 freestyle. Another great event. It is the B final. Going through those names as they're about to come out. You can see them in the distance there, waiting for the pool to clear before they take over at the starting blocks. There they are. But before we do, we will hear from the previous winner, Erin Gallagher, shortly. So we will hear from the superstar. So I think I see Erin Gallagher making her way over to the media zone now. Let's hear from Erin Gallagher. So we're waiting for the next event to take place. It is the B final of the men's 100 freestyle. There are the men lining up. Some big names taking to the water. Dupreeh and Dupreeh, Van Renen put in a very good performance this morning during the heats. And here they come out. So going through the lineups from lanes 1. Enrico Gurich, Ethan Spaker, Ruud van Renen, Kobe and Dupreeh, Francois Duplessis, Daniel Ronaldson, JC van der Aar, and Andre van Heestien. And away they go. Good start from Ndebele, closely followed by Francois Duplessis. Van Renen also going along strong, following his superb swim this morning, swimming out of the Western Cape. Very tight affair so far. Ndebele looking good over in lane 4. Lane 6, Daniel Ronaldson also looking very strong. I think he'll get the touch first. He does. Daniel Ronaldson currently lying P1, followed by Kobe and Ndebele as they come back for a home stretch. And a terrific swim so far from Daniel Ronaldson. He continues to edge ahead of his competitors, although Kobe and Ndebele looking good now. I think it's Ronaldson versus Ndebele. Ronaldson, he will get home first. He does, and it's a fight out for second position. And it's Francois Duplessis who grabs second. Kobe and Ndebele rounding off the top 3.
Wow, that was good.
Yeah.
Amazing start there from Ronaldson, and that turn that he came off was amazing. I mean, he really left them behind.
Yeah, it's amazing because I was saying there's nothing to choose between them as they went to the turn, and then as soon as they came off the wall, it was daylight between the two.
Absolutely. All comes down to the turn.
Also, hats off to Kobe and Ndebele. Very good swim from him. So 2 KZN swimmers splitting Francois Duplessis. There we had confirmation of those times. Daniel Ronaldson with that quickest time, 50.66. Francois Duplessis second, 51.15. And Ndebele, 51.24. Incidentally, the Olympic qualifying time, 48.57. Do you know much about Daniel Ronaldson?
Not much, but I definitely think that he swam himself out of a final, a final. He should have been right there if you look at the times. So I think he could be very angry that he couldn't swim with the big boys.
Well, a very good time there, yeah, from Daniel Ronaldson. The only one to dip below the 51-second mark. As the swimmers finish their swim down.
That's correct.
Now we get ready for a marquee event, Theo. The men's 100-meter final, the A final.
Everybody wants to win this race.
Oh. Going through these names. Who's who of South Africa's swimming fraternity. Simon Haddon, Matthew Bosch, Doug Erasmus, Matthew Sates, Guy Brooks, Clayton Jimmy, Gabriel Nokia, and Luca Holzhausen. Matthew Sates, a tremendous prospect.
Absolutely, he's got so much talent, and you can basically throw him into any race and he can swim it. So it's awesome to see that a youngster like that is stepping up at trials like this and coming in as first qualifier.
Oh. Matthew Sates coming in with a prelim time of 49.97. Definitely the one to look out for over in lane 4. But he'll be tested. Guy Brooks on his outside. Douglas Erasmus too. Plenty of KZN swimmers. In fact, 7 of the 8 of them are. Simon Haddon, the only one representing the Western Cape. Get ready. This is going to be quick. Remember that Olympic qualifying time? 48.57. Great start from Sates, out first, quickly followed by Brooks. And they are away. Matthew Sates with a very good start, hard to miss the bright yellow cap in lane 4. With a giant S emblazoned on the side. It doesn't stand for Sates, but it could. And you can see him ready, he's breaking away. Meanwhile, over in lane 5, Guy Brooks looking very strong too. Matthew Sates first at the turn, as expected. Douglas Erasmus in second position. Closely followed by Gabriel Norkier, but there is the bright yellow cap of Matthew Sates. And he continues to power on. Look at him go, pulling away from his competitors now. Over in lane 3, Gabriel Norkier looking strong, but it is Matthew Sates more than a body length away. He will grab the victory, and the time 49.29. Wow, outside Olympic qualifying time, inside the Olympic standard time, but Matthew Sates 49.29. That was superb, Theo.
Absolutely amazing. I mean, from the start, amazing start, solid breakout, and just coming off that wall in the last 50 was amazing to see him pulling away from everybody.
And yeah, confidently better than his earlier time that he set this morning, 49.97.
That's correct. And Doug Erasmus changed he's swimming up a little bit. He went out really hard this morning at 23 on his feet, and this evening he turned on 24.04, so he tried to change it up a little bit.
So Matthew Bosch finishing second there. Douglas Erasmus rounding off the 3. Yeah, very, very good effort there. We have confirmation of those results again. Look at the right-hand column. Matt Sates, the only one to dip below the 50-second mark, 49.29, followed by Matthew Bosch and Douglas Erasmus in third position with 50.77. Also, Guy Brooks, very impressive. I mean, he was just beaten to the touch by Erasmus, so nothing to choose really between those two swimmers, but incredible effort so far. And that wraps up the men's 100 freestyle, and that's freestyle done and dusted. As we move over to an event that you are very familiar with, Theo, we move over to the 100 backstroke S14, S15 for men.
Correct. We're looking forward to Aaron Putz putting up a good show in this race. This is obviously one of his main races. It's obviously the breaststroke, but he loves backstroke, so we'll have a look at if he can get some confidence out of this for later on for his 50 breaststroke.
So for the uninitiated, we do have a host of categories taking part in this next event. So it's not necessarily about who touches the wall first, because there are different categories. So if my reckoning, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 different categories competing. Actually a few more in this next race, but we've got Erin Putz and Ethan Pulsa competing for S14.
That's correct.
Then we move over to Sadie and Moss, that's S7 and S9. Then that is, yes, all backstroke. Then we have Critson, which is S14, and then Fencel and Swanepoel. Oh no, that will have the women. Okay, sorry, that will, yeah, that will be. Then they'll all be competing in the same race.
Correct.
Okay. Some extremely talented swimmers taking part here in Quebec. Who do we watch out for here?
My money is looking at Christian Sardi.
Okay, a great race there from Matthew Sates. What stuck out to me was your amazing start. Were you happy with that race, Matt?
Hey, yeah, it was a good race. Very happy with it, and it's a special race because racing next to Doug Erasmus and everything. My training partner also, so to race against him and to be part of his 100 free was awesome to do.
And in terms of races to come in the rest of the meet, what are you looking forward to?
Hey, I haven't really trained for the 100 meters lots, for freestyle especially. So it'll be more for the turn and free tomorrow, so that'll be a good race also. And then obviously got the 100 flower and then the IMs that I'll try and get the qualifying time for.
Well, an amazing performance on Matthew Sates. Well done. We're super proud of you.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew Sates. Interview there by David Glover. Local lad, David. We're actually at school together, just down the road. And David runs Infinity Swimming School here in Quebec. He's a long-time swimmer, comes from a long line of swimmers as well. The Glovers are very prominent in the sport here in the Eastern Cape. But let's move on to the next event. You were saying, ones to watch, Theo?
Well, we're definitely looking out for Christian Sadi. They broke the SA record this morning, so that will be very exciting to see. And we'll just see now who's actually going to roll up to the starting line. So we've got Kat here as well, and she also broke the SA record this morning in her category. And as I said, she's a young swimmer that's come to swimming from a basketball background and has done phenomenally well to get herself into the kind of shape and records that she's been swimming of late.
Just having a look as she's about to enter the pool from our side. That's Kat Swanepoel. Interesting to have two on her back.
Yeah, it's interesting. It looks like a phoenix.
Very much so. So sorry, you can't see that as the viewers at home, but you will see her in the pool shortly, swimming out of lane 8. She's about to enter. I think she'll be in lane 8, eh?
Correct, yes. She will.
Okay. So getting ready for this backstroke event. Promises to be a humdinger. And away they go. I'm going to take us through this here.
Oh, definitely. I think Christian Sadi has just popped up there now. A fantastic start from him. And yeah, Kat obviously started with a helper, where they actually had to hold on to her feet because she can't dive or push off properly. And the starter is not allowed to let her push or anything. He just lets go on the start. So they did a great job not getting her disqualified on that one.
Okay, so over in lane 2, it is Ethan Pulsa who will make the turn first. That is the S14 category, and that's just ahead of Erin Puts.
Yeah, Erin normally finishes quite nice and strong, but he obviously had a little bit of an issue on the start there to let everybody go down. But I'm sure he'll finish nice and strong towards the end there.
So those two swimmers competing in the same category, those two in in lanes 1 and 2. Over in lane 3, we've got Christian Sadi, you mentioned, who did extremely well today and going along nicely now.
Yes, he's right up there with the S14s, and he's looking nice and strong. He's still got the kick going, so that's amazing to see. So I think he's going to be in for a nice time there.
Erin Puts looking like he's taken over, and he has. He touches first ahead of Ethan Pulsa, and then we do have Christian Sadi who comes in, and that's category S9. Matthew Moss on the inside. Christian Sadi from S7 and Matthew Moss from S9. Coming through in lane 7, it is Paula Fencel, and as we wait now for Kat Swanepoel, who, as you mentioned, has been exceptional. And the fact that she only picked up the sport a year ago, I still can't get over it.
Absolutely. I mean, what an awesome story to tell. To come from a basketball background, basketball wheelchair, being rough and tough, and becoming a swimmer and doing so well, it's just phenomenal. She's under guidance of Ty Slattery, and that's obviously one of our most experienced Paralympians of all time, 6 times medalist. And to have a mentor like that, she can just go from strength to strength.
Yeah, Ty Slattery, he's amazing to watch, and the respect that they have for him, as you can see. And here we have Kat Swanepoel coming through. What do you have there?
Unofficial, another SA record.
Unofficial,
2:14.
another SA record. Unofficial from Theo. It is 2:14.78. Well done, Kat Swanepoel. Wow. Jeez, Theo. Oh, congratulations, Kat Swanepoel. You must see the look in Theo's eyes. How are you feeling right now?
Amazing. To see her swim this well, back-to-back. I don't think she's ever had back-to-back opportunities. And that's a true athlete right there. To be able to swim fast in a final, to take the pressure on the chin, and still doing another PB by 3 seconds, it's amazing.
Wow. Katherine Swanepoel, congratulations. She's got the phoenix on her back. And she absolutely rose like a phoenix there. That was sensational. Here we have confirmation there. You can see Kat Swanepoel, a time of 2 minutes 14.78, and yeah, that it was an incredible, incredible performance. Well done. Congratulations as she moves past us now. Well done, Kat Swanepoel. Wow, geez, what an event.
Absolutely. We couldn't hope for any better final than that. Christian was just off his time. Obviously, with the start having to go down again, that could affect your mental aspect of the swimming game. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's not his main stroke, and he's definitely going to be bouncing back on his main strokes after this.
Okay, geez. So next up, let's have a look what we've got. We've got the women's 200 butterfly, another very big event, and there's only one final taking place, and we'll see those shortly. But as the swimmers in the pool continue with their swim downs before they get out. Yeah, that was entertaining stuff, and congratulations once again to all those competing, and again to Kat Swanepoel, another record. Wow, burning up the records.
Absolutely, and that makes her 5 seconds closer to the world record.
Wow.
So she's just knocking on the door of just becoming one of our greatest swimmers. So I definitely think with a couple more months that she's got in the bank to do some proper training, she's just going to go from strength to strength.
So, I mean, there's no question that she would have improved drastically over the course of the last year, given the fact that she only took it up. But, I mean, how drastic an improvement was that? I mean, when she obviously could swim and she got in the water, but competitive swimming, it must have been fairly foreign to her.
Well, I think in this race specifically, she started off at a 3:30, just
Wow.
over the NQT time.
3:30.
And now she's all the way down at 2:14, and that's within 12 months. So phenomenal effort. I mean, we just got to be excited about that because she's a possible representation for us at Paralympic Games this year in Tokyo. So, I mean, that's just amazing.
Wow, jeez, that's incredible. That's more than a minute improvement in a year.
That's huge. I think any swimmer would love to get that underneath their belt. So,
yes. Oh, well, congratulations, all concerned, and as well as Kat. That really was an impressive swim. As we move over to the next event, it's a one-off final, and it is the women's 200 butterfly. Only 5 competitors taking to the pool. Lane 2, Tasman Robson. Lane 3, Trinity Hearn. Lane 4, Danae Kutsia. Lane 5, Lee McMorrin. And lane 6, Carly Antonopoulos. And away they go. First in the water, Danae Kutsia, closely followed by Lee McMorrin. But it is Danae Kutsia out in front, over in lane 4. Lee McMorrin just on the outside. Carly Antonopoulos looking good. Remember, it's 4 lengths this time around. Danae Kutsia, Trinity Hearn. Looks like those two are the front runners for now. Wow, Trinity Hearn looks to have edged ahead. Let's see it. It will be the touch first. Goes towards Danae Kutsia, followed by Trinity Hearn. Lee McMorrin in the top 3. But those two pulling away now. And one in specific, and that is Danae Kutsia. Doing well this morning. Olympic qualifying time in this event is 2.08.43. So edging closer to the halfway stage, it is Danae Kutsia, slightly ahead of Trinity Hearn. Looking powerful. Kutsia first, the turn. Followed by Hearn. P3 at the moment, Lee McMorrin swimming out of Gauteng. And now Danae Kutsia comes into her own. Earlier today set a time of 2:11.18. Let's see, she'll definitely want to better that. So 3/4 of this race almost done as Danae Kutsia gets to the wall for the final turn. But a very good comeback here from Trinity Hearn, not letting Kutsia get away from her. And it's between these two. But that being said, as I say it, Danae Kutsia starts pulling away once again. This has been her trademark throughout the day. And Danae Kutsia, look at her power away from the opposition. This is tremendous swimming. Dupreeh Kutsia out of 20. Look at that Tux Kep go. Gold and red. She's swimming for gold as she makes her way to the finish. And Dupreeh Kutsia will grab the victory incredibly so. 2:13.87. Outside of Olympic qualifying time, just outside that standard time. But bettering, in fact, she did not better it. She swam a faster time this morning. 2:13.87, surprising that, Theo?
Sometimes. It could be the pressure from Trinity. She obviously had a phenomenal third lap, and the pressure on fly when you start rushing your stroke, that could end up costing you valuable seconds towards the end of the race. So I think that could be what happened there. So she put a lot of pressure on Dupreeh.
So, yeah, Dupreeh Kutsia, 2:13, finishing ahead of Trinity Hearn, and it was Lee McMorrin who finished in third position. There we have the confirmation of those times. Dupreeh, as you can see there, 2:13.87, and Trinity 2:16.64. Lee McMorrin 2:19.09. Congratulations to everyone, in fact, for taking part. It was the final of the women's 200 butterfly. As we look towards the men's, geez, a lot of eyes taking place on this race, but let's just look back at what took place a little earlier in the swim. Here we have Dupreeh Kutsia touching home first. You can see the Tux Kep, big smile on her face. Those are not fans, they are fellow competitors. No fans allowed, unfortunately, which is fairly sad, but of course the competitors being here, that is by far and away the best part. That's really, really cool. Yeah, big event coming up. The men's 200 butterfly final.
My race, I love it. To watch these guys go head to head is amazing. And a guy like Chad, the Olympic champion, to still be swimming and having the young prodigy coming up and challenging him is amazing.
So we had Ethan Dupreeh winning this morning. Chad didn't go all out. He didn't need to. He just made to make sure that he was going to be swimming in the final. And that's exactly what he achieved. You could see that he did kind of take his foot off the gas towards the end.
Yeah, no, I think he's still got a lot left. We've seen him finish a lot harder. So I think tonight will be a true test.
So really great media contingent over here in Rebecca. A lot of eyes on this event with Olympic and Paralympic dreams and hopes on the line. So usually what happens because of COVID regulations, the media manage to get hold of the various swimmers to chat to them, the winners, interviews conducted, and then it's on to the next event. Of course, they can't hold it separately to the swim because the media want to watch the swims. It's a poison chalice covering swimming. So exciting, but you also want to find out the opinions of the various winners. Speaking of which, we hope to get Dupreeh Kutsia's response now following her swim.
I would have wanted to go a bit faster, but I'm happy with how I felt this morning. I think I could have done the race a bit more tactical, but it wasn't a bad time. Best prelim swim I did this morning, and yeah, the finals just didn't go as I was planned, but it's okay. Yeah.
Well done, and good luck for the rest of the gala, especially the next one, the 100 fly. Well done.
Thank you. Thanks.
There we have Dupreeh Kutsia coming home, and yeah, you called it, Theo. Not the greatest of swims. She did win though, and people sitting at home thinking, but she won. Why couldn't that not be great? But of course, she's racing against the clock as well.
Absolutely. I think a final swim is what it's all about.
So here we have the big one, men's 200 fly. There's that man in image, Chad Leclos. We'll never forget that astounding performance. 2012 London, edging the most decorated Olympian of all time, Michael Phelps, to the wall. Going through the lineup, Ranskar Winter, Benjamin Platner, Ross Hardigan, Ethan Dupreeh, who beat Leclos earlier today, Brandon Chapman, and Liam Verby. But it is lanes 4 and 5 that we can expect. Victor, could we see an outsider coming in here? What do you reckon, Theo?
I think it will go to the middle three.
Okay.
3, 4, and 5. They'll battle it out.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Ross Hardigan, Ethan Dupree, and Chad Leclos are the expected favorites. And away they go. The biggest event of the night so far, the men's 200 fly finals. And a great start from Dupreeh. And look at that on his outside. Very, very good imprint. Wow. Superb start. Over in lane 5, it is Chad Leclos. Who can miss him? He's got a point to prove, does the veteran. Ethan Dupreeh on his outside in lane 4. And Leclos continues to power on. But remember, Ethan Dupreeh's finish very, very good. Look at that face. It's a face that South African fans have gotten used to over the years. Dupreeh gaining in on him, but Leclos looking strong. And he makes the second turn of the night. Followed by Dupreeh with Ross Hardigan in third. Leclos continues to power forward. Dupreeh. Leclos looking strong, Theo.
He's looking strong, but Ethan is coming through right now. He's catching up. It's going to come down to this turn. He's got to put the pressure on Chad.
And here we go. Jeez, what a comeback from Dupreeh. Who's going to touch first? It is almost neck and neck, but Dupreeh has edged ahead. And here we go. The final length. Plenty of underwater speed. And look at this comeback from Leclos. Wow.
Amazing turn.
This is a sensational finish in the men's 200 fly. Leclos, Dupreeh, Leclos, Dupreeh, who's going to do it? Leclos looking over his shoulder, he's just ahead. He continues to power through, Dupreeh is right there, Leclos is in front, Leclos will do it. The Olympian continues his winning form. What a swim from Chad Leclos ahead of Ethan Dupreeh. Wow, 155.88, that was superb, Theo.
Amazing swims from both of those guys. Both qualified. That's amazing. We've never seen two qualifiers in 200 fly.
Both qualified. That qualifying time, 156.48. Dupreeh, 156.44. Leclos, 155.88. They have both qualified with Olympic times. That is sensational. Look at that smile across his face. He took his foot off the gas today, but he realized, you know, it's not going to be taken away from me. I am the man who holds this spot. And yeah, you're going to have to fight for it every inch of the way, and proving it once again. Look at those times.
Amazing. It's been a long time that I've wanting to have seen the race like that, and I'm just glad to sit here and actually watch it firsthand. So very privileged.
Chad Leclos, 155.88. Ethan Dupreeh, 156.44. Two Olympians in this event, Theo.
It's amazing. I'm so happy to see that.
Yeah. So they've booked their spot for Tokyo. Jeez, that is undoubtedly the race of the event so far. I mean, we spoke about it tonight, but jeez, what a finish. Chad Leclos living up to his name. That was incredible. Congratulations to them. Look at those two. Hugs all around. Chad, of course, winning the race. He'd be happy with that, but equally happy. I mean, these guys know each other very, very well as far as they are competitors. Also, they will be teammates for South Africa soon.
Absolutely, and you know, Chad has got all the experience in the world as Olympian, and now Ethan Dupree is the follow-up, and he's absolutely amazing. So much talent.
Yeah. Jeez, goosebumps.
And it did come down to the last turn.
It did. It came down exactly like you were saying. Ethan made that comeback. I mean, it was that third length where it looked like he was going to come back or to overtake. And he did overtake for a couple of seconds, but that last turn and the amount of time that Chad spent underwater, and that made a big difference.
Absolutely.
We have a look back at that finish.
Timed it perfectly.
Oh, man. That was incredible. Chad Leclos.
Very relieved, eh? Very relieved.
Yeah. And you can see the fist pump. He wanted this very, very badly. Yeah. Congratulations to him. Congratulations to Ethan Dupreeh. Two men have booked their spots for Tokyo 2020 in a couple of months' time. What a race. That was incredible to witness. And that wraps up the 200 butterfly. Whew! As we gain our breath. Hopefully we can catch up with Chad a little in a couple of seconds' time. David Glover is standing by, waiting for him. Understandably so. I think David Glover is also pretty breathless following that performance. As we look ahead, we've got the 50-meter breaststroke, S14 and S15, yeah?
Yeah, that's correct. And I think they're combining it with S1 to S13s from what I can see on pool deck right now. So it's all the boys, and then we'll have all the girls after that.
So from our point of view, we see Chad Leclos getting out the water now. Plenty of congratulations coming his way. I think someone told him, hey, make your way over for an interview. Wow, still can't get over that race there.
Amazing. I've never thought, like, sitting next to the pool that I can actually get that excited. And the last time was when I was in the pool. So, yeah. And we saw that from the 100 and now the 200. And having two qualifiers is just amazing.
Wow.
Just amazing.
So yesterday was the day of Tatjana Schoenmaker. Today, the day of Chad Leclos and Ethan Dupreeh. Let's head downstairs. Got a couple of interviews awaiting us. This is just confirmation of the various events still to come. Wrapping up the night, won't be too long tonight. Let's head downstairs for Ethan Dupreeh.
I know you did it at the Durban Grand Prix as well. How was that tonight? How did you feel racing in front of a few people this time?
I honestly felt much better, more people to watch me race. It made me feel more confident, gave me more motivation to do better.
Well done, and good luck for the rest of the gala.
Thank you very much.
Nice to hear from Ethan Dupreeh, Tokyo bound. The interesting about Ethan Dupreeh is that he's not the biggest of swimmers.
Normally the fly swimmers aren't that big. Chad is the exception to the rule, but a lot of the fly swimmers, the shorter guys, do go for the longer 200 fly swim. So, and to see this boy performing the way he does is just absolutely amazing.
How did you feel with the race? Coming in, were you confident?
I was confident the whole way from the start to the finish. I felt like I've got this is mine, I can do this.
Cool. And how did you feel like when you finished and you touched the wall?
I felt great, it's amazing. Obviously it's not the best time, but I've done it twice now. You expect me to make more finals internationally in the future, hopefully. Make a few medals and just do my best all around. Thank you.
Hello guys, hey. Thank you. What's up everyone? There's more media here than there is in the stand, you know, more people.
Well done to Chad. When watching your race this evening, I've watched you on numerous occasions. What struck me was how comfortable you looked. Your stroke rate was nice and low. Did you feel good tonight?
It if I'm being very honest, I was quite nervous tonight. Ethan beat me a couple of weeks ago, so we've been training together the last couple of months. So, you know, I was just happy to get the qualifying time firstly and to get the win. I'm very happy for Ethan. You know, he's a big deserving competitor. You know, 17 years old, still in high school, qualified twice now for the Olympic Games. So he deserves a huge round of applause. And yeah, I'm just very happy to be back racing at a good pace. You know, I think. You know, my turn and flies struggled the last couple of years, so this was a good step in the right direction, you know, and obviously I'm going to get faster as each meet comes along, you know, heading into Olympic Games, so I'm very excited.
Well, we know that you also enjoy the 100 fly, and that's coming later on in the week, so good luck for that. And yeah, we hope to see many more things from you. Always been a great asset to South African swimming, so well done to Chad.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great words there from Chad Leclos, very well spoken, as you would expect. He's done this thousands of times.
Absolutely.
So congratulations, Chad Leclos winning that, the men's 200 butterfly, just ahead of Ethan Dupreeh, but both men qualifying for Tokyo. We move over to the next event now. A couple of names to watch out for here, Thea?
Well, this morning Caleb van der Merwe swam a PB and a South African record as well. So he's definitely one to watch there in lane 8. You've got Cabello, that's not his main race, but he always puts up a good show. And then Hendrik van der Merwe in lane 6.
Okay. We're taken to the water once again, various categories. You can see them split apart by that open lane 5. It is the men's 50-meter breaststroke, S15, S14, SB5, SB7, SB8. All competing. Good start over in lane 3 from Erin Puts once again.
That's him. Phenomenal swim this morning, and he looks very strong for the finish here. This morning they duked it out there in lane 1, and it looks like it's going to be another close one.
There it is, and look at Camarana go. Camarana and Puts just ahead of him. Who's going to beat it to the turn? Puts looking good and just gets it.
Very
ahead
nice
of Camarana.
finish.
Wow, Erin Puts finishing first, Camarana coming in second, and Raymond de Freitas grabbing third spot. Ethan Pulsa, 5. And we see over in lane 7, it was Cabello Swane, and finally Van der Merwe. Some good times there. What do you make of those times? Yeah.
Hendrik van der Merwe did an awesome swim, dropped more than a second from this morning's swim. Cabello, we don't have a confirmation on the time yet. It could be his finish. There we go, 46.1, so that's also another good swim for him. Caleb went a little bit slower than this morning. Could be just coming down to the dive and the finish. And Puts is very happy.
Yeah, you can see that smile on his face. He's a lovely guy. I think it was he the one that walked past you today and high-fived me.
That's correct, that was him.
Erin Puts, great swimmer, great guy, as is everyone here. Congratulations, and here we have confirmation of those times. Erin Puts, SB14, 35.64. Just ahead of Camarani. Camarani, it was a great start from him. It just looks like he kind of maybe had it sewed up, but then put in the afterburners right at the death.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, he's a S15 swimmer, so he had to look at the strobe, and sometimes they battle to see where they're going to place the strobe once they get onto the block. And that could have slowed him down, but he definitely did come back through on the last 15 meters. He really came back hard at Putsy.
Oh, well, great swim. And that wraps up the penultimate swim of the night as we head over to the women's 50 breaststroke. This is S14 and S15, and here they are lining up alongside the pool. Tell us a bit more about this one, dear.
Yeah, well, if we head over to Cornell, Leach, Lani Ferreira, and then Kat Swanepoel, they all three broke SA records this morning in this particular event. So that will be good to see whether they can put back-to-back races. And yeah, and then the ladies in the S14 and S15 categories, let's see whether they can actually put up the show now as well. You know, coming into the final, these guys need to step up. You've seen it now from the able-bodied guys that they can do it. So these guys need to get a little bit more race fitness and push through.
Kat Swanepoel, again, we mentioned her, and now we could actually get a great shot of that Phoenix on her shoulder as she's getting into the water. A little bit of explaining. So now next to me, I've got an official with a tapper.
No, that's a cane.
A cane, sorry, but they called him What in terms of the...
That's a garden cane.
Yeah,
so,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
But we do use those as tappers. But with these, they've got a hard ball at the bottom for them to guard themselves. But you have to, according to IPC rules, have a specific, very soft tip. So you're not allowed to hit them with that.
Oh, wow, okay. So the final swim of the evening, the women's 50-meter breaststroke, S14, S15, S1, and S13. A reminder once again, if you need help in terms of separating categories, we have an open lane there in lane 4.
And you'll see Kat has got a different start now because it's a breaststroke.
Yes. So it is 50 meters of breaststroke and pulling out in front. Here in lane 6, we do have Alani Ferreira looking very good and very tested here. Next to her, Cornell Leach. You spoke about how well these swimmers did. I mean, this is getting very tight, Theo.
Very tight indeed.
Ferreira just ahead of Leach. Ferreira looking in lane 6, and she will get the win just ahead of Leach. A tremendous swim. Theo next to me applauding, rightly so. Meanwhile, over in lane 2, we have Kretzen touching first. Lane 3 sees Janssen van Rensburg come home. And in lane 1, it is Alwood. But all eyes now, Kat Swanepoel for SB12. Keep an eye on that clock.
Oh, so she's going to smash this time.
This is amazing. Kat Swanepoel will come home in lane 7. Oh, applause all round from Theo.
It's amazing to see. We've just had another 3 SA records from all 3 girls, and
Wow.
just phenomenal to see.
3 SA records all in one pool. That was sensational. Congratulations, Alani Ferreira, Cornell Leach, Kat Swanepoel. That was brilliant. Wow.
We just hope that they can get a confirmation time for Kat. That's obviously not her time.
Yeah.
She would be very happy with that time.
What did you have the time on unofficially?
Unofficially, I would say about 117, 118.
And what was the previous record?
120.
Oh, wow. No, you definitely
So that was
would have.
phenomenal. And Alani Ferreira went under 40 seconds, which she wanted to do for a very long time. So that was an amazing swim from her.
What is that specific category? Oh, there we go. 116.79. And just repeat that previous record.
120.88.
Wow.
Another 4 seconds.
Jeez, that is amazing. Yeah. Can you explain I think it's SB12, what that stands?
Okay, so Kat is SB2, so
Okay,
all the SBs stand for breaststroke.
Yeah.
So, and then you've got the medley swims, that's SM. So all the other strokes, butterfly and freestyle, will be classified as S.
Okay.
So that is the different classifications, just to know who's swimming breaststroke, who's swimming IM and free and fly.
Okay. Jeez.
Shame, that was a false start from her.
Yeah, don't know if viewers managed to hear that over the PA system, but there was a disqualification in this race. Kate Elwood over in lane 1. I think you would have seen it a false start.
Correct, and she's still very young. She's one of our S15 swimmers. She's only 12 years old, so she's got a long way to go. Could have been that she didn't quite focus on the starting position, and obviously just went before the time.
You say very young, 12 years of age. That's
so she's
unbelievable.
got a long way to go.
Yeah, so there'll be many, many swims for her in the future. And here we have Kat Swanepoel.
Amazing athlete.
Congratulations to her. Jeez, another outstanding night of swimming. A lot earlier than last night. Things finished up fairly late, but that being said, we did have the opening ceremony. A big thank you to those folks here at Dupreeh for hosting us. It has been a tremendous event so far. 2 days in, what have you made of it, Theo?
Well, 2 days in, so many records, so many guys qualifying. I think it's amazing, and just looking forward to the next 4 days coming.
And again, we must thank you, say a big thank you to the people of Dupreeh for playing host to us. Were you worried about coming out to PE, or Dupreeh, formerly known as PE?
Well, I think for most it's the first time that we traveled outside after lockdown. So yes, obviously for us there was some concern. But yeah, look, we arrived, we're feeling comfortable. We've been welcomed open arms, and that's what it's all about. So we've never been not satisfied being over here. So it's amazing.
Jeez, and that ends another great night of swimming action, another great day. Day 2, remember, day 3 will be taking place tomorrow. Theo, I must say a big thank you. It's been great having you here. And please, I know I keep on saying it, but the chair's open, the microphone's yours. Just come and join us.
Thank you so much for having me, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of days.
Oh, brilliant. Superstar. Great having you on board, and great having you on board, the viewer. Thanks for joining us on another great night, and congratulations once again to all the swimmers, particularly those who booked their place to Tokyo, whether it be in the Olympics or Paralympics. We've been enthralled, we've been entertained, we've been educated, thanks to Theo to my right. But we'll do it all again tomorrow here at Newton Park Swimming Pool, 9:30 a.m. Join us. Streaming live over on Facebook and YouTube. So make sure to join us. We'll see you then. Cheers.